guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. My name is Sharmony. For those who do not know, I have been documenting my IVF journey. So just to recap for anyone who is new here, that's maybe come across my videos recently, I'll go ahead and link the very first video, the introduction video, in the corner here. So that you can get an idea of why I decided to embark on this journey. So basically, I believe I started this whole IVF journey in December of 2023. I had my first egg retrieval the very beginning of February. I had a second egg retrieval in April. And then I had my first frozen embryo transfer in June. So my embryo transfer, it did end up failing. So now I am about to go on to embryo transfer number 2. So yeah, it's been a process for sure, but I know obviously in my last video when I talked about my results and everything, and I was just like, I can't do this again, I don't want to do this again. But honestly, like, I'm just kind of at a place where it's like, I don't know, I think I want to do it as many times as it takes, you know, as much as I'm able to. The only thing though now that's changed for me is that I have exhausted all of my fertility benefits. So I am not able to use Progeny anymore because I exhausted the Progeny benefits. So if you're not aware of what Progeny is, it is a third-party company that some insurance companies use to provide the fertility coverage. So I have Aetna, and there's no fertility coverage directly through Aetna. I think they said only if it's due to a diagnosis, but it doesn't cover anything like artificial insemination, nothing that has to do with, you know, IVF, what I'm trying to do. So that is not an option for me to use, which definitely does suck, but it is unfortunately something that a lot of women have to experience. They have to figure out a way to take care of these expenses because they don't have any coverage through their insurance. But, you know, I am grateful that I've been able to have coverage throughout this process up until this point. So now for my transfers, I have to do self-pay. So it is a dilemma, but I believe that I figured it out at least for this next transfer. After this one, I don't know, I'll probably just have to take a break and raise some money, save up some money. If this one doesn't work, I'm hoping that it does work so I don't have to worry about that. But like I said, I'm willing to do it as many times as I have to, honestly. So yeah, my fertility benefits are exhausted, and so now I am having to pay for my transfer out of pocket. So that's great. But, you know, like I said, we're gonna figure it out because we want to have a baby, and we're going to have a baby. Okay, so I got my my transfer calendar on Friday, and so pretty much my doctor, he feels very confident that he just felt confident with the way that things went the first time, as far as like how I reacted to everything, how I reacted to the estrogen, like everything, pretty much everything was going the way that it was supposed to go. Like my lining was great, my PIO, my reaction to the PIO shots was great. Like My progesterone was where they wanted to be. My estrogen was where they wanted to be. My lining was where they wanted it to be. So since that was my first failed one, we're not changing anything in the protocol. Everything is the same. So on Tuesday, July 23rd, I had my cyst check. And then the day after that is when I take the last birth control pill. And then on July 28th, I'll start taking the estrase, which is the oral estrogen pills. So I'm still gonna, like I said, same protocol. So I'm gonna do 1 pill 3 times a day up until August 11th. And then at that point, I'll decrease it to 2 pills a day. I'm sorry, 1 pill, well, basically 2 a day. And then I'll start the progesterone and oil on August 11th. My first lining check is going to be on August 6th, and then 3 days after that, I'll have the second lining check. And then my embryo transfer is going to be on August 16th. And then I have a blood draw on August 19th, and then the first beta blood draw on August 26th. So that is the schedule. I didn't know what to expect as far as like when I'll be able to start gearing up for the next transfer. I honestly thought they were going to tell me September. So when she was like, you know, August, I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty soon, but you know, not complaining at all. I rather try to do all these different steps in this process within the same calendar year. So again, I really hope that this second one works and sticks. So the only thing that I'm gonna really truly do is try my best to do gluten-free, just gluten-free. Not like, don't fold on that, because I do practice only eating gluten-free, but here and there I'll have some bread, or I'll have some, because I'm supposed to be on a non-inflammatory diet already, regardless of me doing this fertility process or not. For my thyroid and managing that, it's just better to be on a non-inflammatory diet. So that's pretty much staying away from gluten, staying away from red meat, and you know, sugars, too much sugar, things like that. I've already am supposed to be like making sure that I am on that type of diet as much as possible. So what I'm just going to do for, you know, the weeks leading up to my transfer is just to make sure no gluten-free everything. So if I gotta miss out on certain things, I'm trying to do my best to watch my sugar intake. Overall, I think that I do a good job. I've been managing my thyroid levels pretty well lately. They're, you know, and thankfully they've been great throughout this whole process, which was something that I was telling you guys that I was worried about, because the TSH, that's something that is known to like fluctuate when people are doing, especially when people are doing these different stem medications, and the hormones are going up and down. So thankfully my TSH has been pretty steady, and that hasn't been a factor that I've had to worry about, which I'm really grateful about, because that just would have been an extra thing for me to be stressing about and, you know, trying to figure out. So my thyroid levels have been going good so far. So just to help maintain that, and just try my best to alleviate any inflammation in my body, I'm just gonna do my best to be gluten-free everything. So missing out on bread, like I don't really eat bread. Sometimes I do, like if I have a burger, I'll eat the bread. If I have like a dinner roll, then I'll eat that. But it's not something that I'm eating multiple times a week. It's probably like maybe once in a while. Like, so last weekend though, I did have a lot of red meat. Like I had burgers, I had some steak, which is, I usually only eat chicken. Like I don't, and if I want to eat something like tacos or a burger at home, we use turkey meat. So yesterday I just made some spaghetti and I used turkey meat. So I don't really use ground beef. I don't purchase ground beef. I don't really purchase any red meat. So I'm just gonna, try my best to stay away from that for these next couple of weeks, like completely, like no exceptions. And just, gluten, watching my sugar. That's what I'm gonna do to try my best to, help my body be ready for the embryo and help it, help it stick. So that's what I'm gonna do. I don't see myself doing acupuncture. Though it was great and it was relaxing, I just honestly cannot afford it. I paid, I think, $400 and something for the 3 sessions that I had. I had a session the week before my transfer, and then I had a session before and after my transfer. And I just don't think I can afford to do that again, especially with me being self-pay now. Like I'm really about to have to cash out for this transfer, but it's a sacrifice that I'm willing to take and make because I want to have a baby. Like I really, really want to have a baby. So I have to do what I have to do. So yeah, probably not gonna do the acupuncture. I don't think I'm gonna do the whole McDonald's fries after the transfer. I'm just gonna, just gonna watch what I eat. Honestly, that's the only real plans I have. I'm gonna try to do my best to get sleep, good sleep. Try my best to not stress, even though that's very difficult. But one thing that has been helping me, like try not to be so stressed out, is that I don't know, things just end up working out. Like things work out, I don't know, the things just align the way that they're supposed to. I believe in God, I pray. So I feel like God is definitely helping me throughout this process and helping me get through it and making things possible for me. So, he really looked out for me to make sure that I'm even able to do this next transfer, because like I said, since I'm self-pay, it's just like, whew, it's just working out, you know what I mean? And it's just like, wow, I think I'm gonna really be able to do this. Like, so that's something that's the reason why I'm able to be calm and in a good mood, because if I didn't have the funds to pay for this next transfer, I would just be asked out. I would have to wait until, I was able to save up the money, and who knows how long that would take. So I'm just happy that things worked out and I was able to have the money, in order to proceed. Because if I didn't have the money, then I would have to push this back until I was able to proceed. So it's just been working out, and I'm so thankful for that. And so yeah, that is the plan. That's what's going on. That is the updates. I'm not going to do too much. I'm just gonna, take it easy, keep it gluten-free, inflammation-free, do my best to, not too much sugar, and just try to be zen as much as possible and hope for the best. Because that's all we could really do. What else? I think that's pretty much it. A good thing though is that I still have some progesterone from the last cycle, so I'm not gonna have to pay for any more. Well, eventually, because once you get pregnant, you have to take those shots until you're like 9 or 10 weeks. So I'm probably eventually going to have to go ahead and renew or refill that prescription. But as of right now, I'm good. So I don't have to worry about paying for the medications as of right now, which is a good thing, because that would suck to have to pay for the transfer and then have to pay for the medications at the same time. Like that would just be too much. So I still have estrogen pills from the last time, and I still have the progesterone oil from the last time. So I don't have to worry about that for right now. So on Tuesday, I just have to go to do the cyst check, and then that's when I have to go ahead and pay for the transfer, and then we'll be good to go. So I didn't want to make this video too drawn out, but I do want to say thank you so much for everyone who has commented and shown love and support and encouragement. It means a lot to me, and I just want to say shout out to everyone who is going through this process. Love to you. We got this. We're gonna get through it, and just try your best to remain positive and hopeful, and just surround yourself with people that support you. And that's pretty much it. As you can see, I am in a good mood. I have high hopes. I really want this to work out, and so like I said, I'm willing to do as many transfers as I need to, hoping and praying that this next one does work. But yeah, this is what I prepared for. Oh, one more thing that I do want to say before I get off. I started to feel a little regretful because I did my first transfer, and I did my first egg retrieval, and I ended up with 2 normal embryos. And that was a very tough decision for me to decide, okay, do I do another egg retrieval, or do I just proceed and be happy with the 2 normal embryos that I had? And so I started to feel regretful, like, dang, I should have just did the transfer at that point, because then I wouldn't have to be self-pay at this point, because I still would have had the opportunity to do as many, like 4 transfers without having to pay for it. And so I was starting to feel like, dang, I made the wrong decision. I should have just been grateful and with the 2 that I had, and I should have just transferred them. Like, I started to like really get down on myself about that. But at the same time, I was like, you know what? You went with your right mind. You went with how you felt at that moment. So don't be so hard on yourself. Give yourself grace. You thought that was the best decision at the time, and it's gonna work out. So there's no right or wrong way to go about this. You can try your best to go about it the right way and try to make the right decisions, but it's just like everyone's journey is going to be a little different. Everyone is going to go about it a little different and make different decisions. And so I just had to be like, girl, stop being so hard on yourself. But I was really starting to feel like, dang, why did I just transfer when I, but it is what it is. We can't go back in time and change anything. So that's why we want to just move forward and just remain positive and remember that everything happens for a reason, and it's going to work out. So again, thank you guys so much for watching my videos and supporting, and until next time, I don't know, I might do another video to go through the process of my lining and everything. I probably will do that. I'm not exactly sure. I'm still thinking about it. As you can imagine, being vulnerable about this process, it can be a bit much. But I don't regret talking about it. And I mean, sometimes I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I think to myself, "Dang, should I just had kept this process a secret and not talked about it, and just hope to one day pop out with a baby? Like, should I have went about it that way?" But also, I know that there are people out there who need to see these types of videos. It's just very helpful to have these different support groups and have these videos to refer to. And so, no, I don't regret talking about this. So I'm gonna, regardless of what happens, I will continue to let you guys know. So people with high hopes for me and praying for me and supporting me, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, be blessed.